Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, Xbox is about to go and do a really big random shift. Now, when it comes to Xbox itself, they're kind of been leading towards we want to go and have everything, we want to sell everything, we want to own everything, we want to be a part of everything type vibe. And while at the end of the day, it's a little bit scary to go and see how big Microsoft, like one of the biggest companies in the entire planet, can grow and expand and basically kind of put their arms everywhere. It's also very, very good, I'd say, for Xbox users and Game Pass users about the future of what you can play, access, and basically use on your Xbox or Game Pass or PC console. And it's very nice. So because as of right now, we're seeing really, really big news when it comes to Phil Spencer in regards to how they're going to be adding even more games, even more things to buy, more things to play, and expand out even on the indie side, the big AAA side, and everything in between when it comes to the Xbox as a whole. And the Xbox ecosystem does seem like it is taking that really big shift towards a publisher being the big central hub, and it does seem like long term this is a good idea. So I'm going to go talk about what Phil Spencer, the Xbox CEO, has talked about, and well, kind of my thoughts on all this kind of cool news coming out as of today. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have all the other various links too as well down below too as well, like such as the Twitch and leave a thought. It's all that good stuff. And let's go and dive on into the video itself. So as you guys probably know, Xbox has in a weird spot. It's not winning the console war, but it is doing well, and Xbox obviously is throwing down big boku bucks to go get things like Starfield, Activision Blizzard, Call of Duty, Battle.net, etc., etc. And obviously they also want to put their games on PlayStation so they can make more money by being a big publisher. Like the high level of all this stuff, it makes sense. Xbox wants to make other people go and sell their product. They're maybe not the best at selling consoles, selling their games, or whatever it might be, but they have a good value. And they know they have a good value for their games, their AAA games, Game Pass. So they want to expand this and spread it on out the best they can, or try to film and make more things in the Microsoft Store. So Phil Spencer has actually been going on a record as of today in these past few days that he wants the Epic Game Store and other various stores such as itch.io to end up on the Xbox consoles. They want to grow the console market. They basically want to mimic PC and all these indie games you can go and basically buy and get, and they want the expansion there. Now, this is very intriguing because there's many levels to this. Number one is that Epic Games is partially owned by Sony and PlayStation. They made a really big investment into Epic itself, and obviously they own a big part of it. So any type of game sale, microtransaction, or iteration, partnership, whatever it might be with Epic Games, PlayStation, at the end of the day, is getting some big benefits. Now, if you guys also don't know, itch.io is a really popular place for people to go and sell and integrate their indie games, where basically people are able to either sell early demos or just sell their game individually, kind of similar to say Steam or maybe even Epic Games on a way, way lower note. And this is what Xbox wants. They want to basically have a chance to mimic what Steam and other various PC platforms can do and offer to bring even more things to the Xbox consoles. Now, this is, I would say, really, really good. This is basically just offering more games, more game potentials, more potential partnerships, and everything for the Xbox console. And while Xbox may not be having the best games in terms of AAA, or may not have the best platform in terms of sales and users and everything else, they are still trying their best to do anything they can to bring more people here. So Phil Spencer doesn't just want Xbox games on other consoles. He wants other video game retailers on Xbox too, which is smart. You have people buying stuff on Xbox, go and sell people things on Xbox. In an interview with Microsoft CEO of gaming during the annual Game Developers Conference, Spencer told Polygon that about the ways he'd like to break down the walled gardens that have historically limited players to making purchases through the first-party stores tied to each console. Or in layman's terms, why you should be able to go buy games from other stores on Xbox and not just from their official storefront. If you guys probably know, on PC, they have the Microsoft and Windows Store. On Xbox, they have the Xbox app. So trying to go and say, hey, we have this technology, internet and online gaming and all these infrastructures have changed since 2008. And why not just sell everything? If you can go and buy the game on PC, why not be able to go buy the game on Xbox? If you go play the game on PC, why not be able to go play the game on Xbox? And this is big. I kind of really wish PlayStation would do this, but as you guys probably know, both the Xbox and PlayStation have their own kind of ecosystem and operating systems that are custom made for the console. So all of that put together does make things sometimes harder to integrate. Although Xbox always had one big benefit where it's more similar to, let's say, PC in terms of backwards capability, how they structure their infrastructure for their consoles, and it is way more closer to a PC run versus PlayStation. Now, they're still similar in like the overall regards, but PlayStation's not as like a one-to-one where it's easier to have like proper browsers or any type of like say Steam integrated to Xbox, like their console, while Xbox can. Spencer mentions his frustrations with closed ecosystems, so he asked for clarity. Could he really see a future where stores like itch.io and Epic Game Store existed on Xbox? Was it just a matter of figuring out mountains of paperwork to get there? And he said yes. Said Spencer, consider our history at a Windows company. Nobody would blink twice if I said, hey, when you're using a PC, you get to decide the type of experience you have by picking where to buy games. There's real value to that. And this is kind of smart. It's basically, think like right now, I'm on a PC. I can open up Steam. I can go on the Xbox app. Back in the day, you have EA, you have the Ubisoft launcher, you have the Epic Games launcher. Like, you have everything. Like, anything you want to pick and play, you can do. But I think the smarter route is if you put that same exact technology that Windows already has. Don't forget, Microsoft owns Windows. Like, I'm using a Microsoft product right now by even showing you guys this video and running these apps and doing everything I want to do. But you put the same exact thing on Xbox. That just means Xbox gets to go and kind of double dip on everything. Or as well, just maybe not necessarily double dip. Maybe there's like a different partnership where like Epic Games is just on Xbox. Either way, that would drive more people into their console, into their ecosystem, playing on their Xbox, maybe potentially buying a future Xbox. And that's just really, really smart. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like just for PC. You're going to be a PC gamer, or you'd be like a more, for lack of a better term, budget PC gamer on Xbox. Because if you could play every game anyway on Epic Game Store, itch.io, Steam, Game Pass, whatever, on Xbox consoles or future Xbox consoles, then people are still going to buy it. They'll keep the Xbox relevant. Spencer explained how, in the past, console makers would typically subsidize the cost of expensive hardware, knowing that a portion of every dollar spent on games for the platform over the years would eventually make it back to the console maker. Then in time, the console maker would recoup the subsidiary and hopefully more. Basically saying, hey, we go and maybe lose $50, $100 an Xbox console, but you go get Game Pass for a few years, pays for it. You buy a few games, pays for it. You get a PlayStation, but at the same time, maybe you get a PlayStation Portal, get a VR, and at the same time have PS Plus, it pays for it, which is like just normal marketing in sense. But Spencer said Moore's Law has slowed down. The price of the components of a console aren't coming down as fast as they have in previous generations. Worse, he explained, the console market isn't growing, with more gamers moving to PC and handheld options, which I will say I'm part of that problem. Now, the notion of subsidizing a console and forcing players to purchase games through the official storefront to help recoup cost might not make sense. The walls meant to lock people into consoles might be motivating them to stay out. Subsidizing hardware becomes more challenging in today's world, Spencer said. And I will say, and this may seem too altruistic, I don't know if it's growing the industry. So I think, what are the barriers? What are the things that create friction in today's world for creators and players? And how can we be part of that, opening up that model? And that kind of leads, I think, back towards, hey, you have an Xbox, you can't play PlayStation games, we're losing money. Or vice versa, Xbox isn't making money by selling games on PlayStation. Now, as well, like if we're losing money on Xboxes and we have to sell a bajillion like games or Game Pass subscriptions, but people are doing it on PC, that doesn't affect our own production costs, just Microsoft Windows costs, then that's fine. Like, just that people buy on PC, but we'll open up every option available for every end. And I think this is smart. It's basically what he kind of said. It's just what PC is. You just do whatever you want, however you want, and you're making money, whether it's from like Microsoft collecting data, which I don't approve of, but they make money off that, or buying Windows in every PC, so you're making money on that. Or as well, you have things in, say, like the Microsoft Store, maybe get a cut if like any purchase on the Epic Game Store, due to the partnership, you get like a 1% from Xbox, and it's 1% they wouldn't have had beforehand just by integrating the systems. It makes a lot of sense. The answer, in part, is scraping exclusivity on more and more Xbox games. Spencer explained that the game experience is hindered when it matters what consoles we play on or what shops sell us our games. As an example, he pointed to Sea of Thieves. A player, he explained, shouldn't have to worry about what hardware they or their friends own, which I do agree. It's like, if you have friends on PlayStation and you have an Xbox, you want to play with them still. And it stinks if you can't, but like, you want to. And it's always been a long-term issue. That's why PC is nice. You have a PC, even if your specs are worse or better, you can still play with your buds, as long as you have the Epic Game Store or, let's say, Steam or whatever it might be. So now if I want to play on a gaming PC, then I feel like I'm more of a continuous part of a gaming ecosystem as a whole. As opposed to on a console, my gaming is kind of sharded, to use a gaming term based on the different closed ecosystems that I have to play across. And I think this is smart. Like, they're basically just trying to go make a brand new business approach, tone down console sales, but focus on PC. I've been saying this for a while, and it's kind of just more Phil Spencer saying that in between the lines. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We do have the Twitter and Twitch stream as well, and I appreciate y'all for watching here in the first place.